I'm terrified of people. I am very scared of people. Like on my kids, I am terrified of people, and I am very shy. But I never knew why once I walk on the stage, I could get it done and leave. But I'm terrified of people. People are cruel. It's like you can't control ourselves. So you never know what someone will do you.
What's up, family? So if you guys haven't really been keeping up with NBA Youngboy, basically a lot of NBA Youngboy interviews, press, things like that are starting to come out about him. And we're starting to get a bit of an insight on how he is of a person. And now, one thing that I found really interesting with NBA Youngboy, and I also would attribute that to people like Kevin Gates, are people that it seems like their personalities are very particular, and it kind of seems as if like their social cues and just everything socially about them is a bit off. Now, one thing that came out about NBA Youngboy was he said he was terrified of people because people are cruel and he's not a social person. I mean, a lot of people are saying he hides it well because they didn't think that, but I think that was a very obvious thing to see. NBA Youngboy definitely exhibits some traits of somebody who is not fond of people. But there's also something that came out in Billboard where they kind of expounded a bit on this on the video that was in question. It's basically an interview with him, and they said that his grandmother died in 2010 and Youngboy was sent to a group home. And they quote him and he said, "I used to get beat up inside the group home for no reason." He continues as the shaking intensifies, through his quiet voice never falters. "The other boys would put their hands on me and I would look up like, 'Why are you hitting me, bro? What'd I do?' It made me discover another side of me that I never glorified or liked. I found out how to be that person that you don't want to do that with. Before then, I never understood all the evilness or wrong because I was showered by so much love from this one person." By now, NBA Youngboy is shaking from head to toe with alarming intensity, his jewelry audibly rambling. "It's not gonna stop," he calmly replies when I suggest we take a break. Quintina, who began as his accountant, who now appears to function as his surrogate mother, kneels beside his chair to hold his hand. "I'm okay." So this interview seems like it's definitely, whenever we get on video, I think we got on video, seems like it's definitely something. Like it seems like it's, but one thing that I think is it kind of gives you an idea on people like this. Now, if you guys have never met people who are the way that he is, and by his music, rap about the things that they do, and just people usually come from some sort of pain. Nobody just wants to cause pain and hurt to people without them experiencing some of it themselves. And that's something that I think a lot of people who have never really been in that situation don't really understand. When people come from very loving and loving environments, when they come with 2-parent households where money was never an issue, they went to a good school, they may have experienced some adversity, but they don't understand when they're like, "Yo, how is this dude constantly mad? Why is he constantly evil?" Well, this is usually where things like this come from. Most people end up getting something happening to them and something happening that changes them and makes them want to act away so it never happens again. Like how we said, I kept getting beat up, so I had to act away and I found out how to act so you would never beat me up again. And I mean, it's like that. It's at a certain point, you guys have probably seen it when you guys were in school, when a dude is getting made fun of. His coping mechanism of making fun of is to start learning how to make fun of other people, and then he just starts on other people and it continues that cycle. And that's usually how this cycle continues. And it's interesting, but I also think it's very informative, and it explains to people why someone like NBA Youngboy is so loved by his fans. His fans don't, a lot of people don't really understand. They're like, "Yo, why is NBA Youngboy so loved by his fans?" Well, I mean, he gives people a side of himself that a lot of people can relate to. A lot of people who are fans of rap come from impoverished beginnings. I was poor. A lot of people grew up very poor who were big fans of rap, especially the music that NBA Youngboy makes, where it's rapping about his environment and how he feels. People like that need somebody to kind of relate to them. And if you've been through that trauma, you can understand when he's talking about it. It automatically makes sense because people act the same way. And that cover can start to go down when you feel comfortable with other people. But what do you guys think about this? Do you guys like the NBA Youngboy starting to open up and kind of change face and kind of just be more of a positive influence on the world? Remember, give me a like, comment, subscribe. It's your boy. Peace.